Welcome, Tarot Me and More. It's a on the beach edition, special on the beach edition, I should say. We're going to do here your singles read. It's for Gemini, and Tuesdays are always Gemini Cancer Day. We do the heart spread. This is for couples if you have someone on your mind. And we do this one, the 4 pillars, super singles I call it, for when you really don't have anyone on your mind, guys. Importante that no one's on your mind, because what we want to do here is we're going to figure that your soulmate is up there flying around and a holding pattern because you can't land because you've been busy with other things and other people. But now you're open and we're clearing a runway and we're like having them come down and land finally. So we're going to now try to figure out this person who is not your next ex problem, next ex wife, next ex-husband, but the one that's right for you, the one that Spirit has for you, so you be right for them as well. Because we have faith, that's how it works. Right? Got soul business together. Who is this person? Gemini. This is for the second half of April. Time frame, it's whenever it resonates. Pop on this 10 years from now and happen to watch it. It resonates as you're reading. I've had that happen. Popped on reading by mistake and I just make myself watch and see. And sometimes it's like, wow. Amazing. Okay, guys. Look at your person here. This is their emotional nature. 6 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. Now, it's a very different reading, so don't, if you read at home or for a living or something, Page of Cups. This is their intellectual in the moon. Wow. It's a very different read. Sexually, King of Pentacles. We've got the 2 of Swords here. Then we have their core values and lifestyle. These are the 4 pillars of a relationship. And 2 of Cups, the Chariot and the 2 of Cups, okay? So it's interesting what we have here to work with. And I don't usually clarify this read. I'm trying to see if there's some stories, a little bit feeling for what they're like as you meet them, so you might know them. So with these wands, you know, very outgoing emotionally. So this is going to be someone, one where you're going to know is because they're no wallflower. They're very exuberant and they meet you, very demonstrative in their movements and their affection. They are genuinely affectionate, genuinely positive. They may have had some trouble in childhood, maybe more in adolescence. So look for a story about that, you know, coming of age stories. This person may have an interest in coming of age movies and shows, you know, Fast Times at Ridgemont High type of things, guys. So they may tell you a story, you know, maybe they stole a car and got in trouble with their friends, or something happened at college or high school. This kind of story. With the 6 of Wands, especially up the top, really charming, outgoing, positive. I mean, it's not that this person is not negative, it's that they're just positive. It's like negative is not like even in their vocabulary. Like if you said something negative, they'd probably just be like, and then go on with something positive. And I actually think with the 9 of Wands here, it's like conflict avoidance too. Because conflict is probably really stressful for them. So look for a Libra moon. If we look at the astrology, I'm an astrologer too. Even though these are fire signs, I'm feeling like there's a Libra moon here. Could be a Leo moon. Could be a Leo moon because it's similar. Leo moon's like what I just said. Leo moon is like, it's not that they're not negative, it's that they're only positive. It's like negative just doesn't, compute. Like that coin doesn't go in their slot, You put the negative coin, it's like, well, it's like a Canadian coin and you're in the US. It's just not working. Okay? Man, that's just the way they are. Very pleasant, outgoing, happy person. And then intellectually, with the cups and the moon, it's kind of a little bit reverse. I'd almost, if I saw this over here in the intellectual position, it'd make a lot more sense. So that kind of shows me too that their Mercury is probably in a water sign, like a Mercury in Pisces mostly comes to mind. Could be Mercury in Cancer, Mercury in Scorpio. Not so much Mercury in Scorpio, no. I want to say they're sharper. But below this exterior, I'll call it, of the happiness and everything, it's not unhappiness, but there's just a great deal of depth. And the Page of Cups here shows sincerity. So this is not a person that wants to show off. And when the way they use language and the way they use words, so if you're on a date with them, you're gonna pick up on this, is it's as if it's healing. That's why I say really Cancer Mercury comes most to mind. Could be Pisces too, this moon. It could have looking over here, it could have a water Venus too. Either a Earth or air Mars. But so also when they speak, they may speak slowly. There's a kinetic personality as opposed to a visual or auditory personality, which is very kind of rare. And it's kind of the way we speak and the way we use language. And they very much are slow and quiet. And these people, you often think of them, you could even think of them as not very smart, but they're very internal. And I think the way this works with them is there's just literally a whole lot more going on behind that smile and that happiness. And you'll see them, I think, as you're talking to them, they'll be so la, 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 and then you might be talking to them, telling your story. Some part of it's a little hard, a little sad, and you'll see them lean into you and their smile disappear. And they're like, oh, honey, they might reach, this 608 might reach out and take your hand. Just anyone they would, with you, who knows? They might come around the table and hug you, But they understand emotions, It's almost like they think emotionally. It's the opposite of what air signs do. They think their emotions. These guys feel their thoughts here. And with the moon, they may keep something deep down inside of them that they'll eventually share with you. Some wound. You got the Nine of Wands and the moon, and then the Two of Swords here, all kind of in this unconscious position on the bottom. Remember, it's your person, so it's not bad. But definitely, they're not the kind of person that's indulgent, that's going to talk about their own feelings and that kind of thing. They're just very sensitive to your feelings, and you're going to find that they understand emotions. They're intellectually, emotionally aware and available and intelligent and receptive kind of feeling. Definitely not afraid of being vulnerable. They're not afraid of or uptight at all about vulnerable. You know how when someone maybe tells you, oh, I'm really feeling so bad right now, I just want to kill myself. It's like most people are like, oh, even if you're sympathetic, you love them, it's like kind of hard. They just don't have any resistance to that. So they're incredibly empathetic to people, and they're gonna say this. They're gonna make you feel that way. you know. Um, Especially the change will be so noticeable because they're so happy on their own. And then if you come in with something and they can change so swiftly, it can almost maybe seem insincere, but it's not. That's like the way they are, you know. And then to skip the sex for a minute and go to their lifestyle core values. With the Chariot, the Two of Cups. So they think about love a lot. Um, with the Chariot here and the core values, um, is this someone who wants to do something that they feel is like their life path? Like maybe when this thing happened to them in their adolescence, guys, maybe Gemini, right around then is when they kind of realized, like, I don't want to just screw around with my life with the Chariot here. Like they take life very seriously. They take their work very seriously. They take relationships very seriously. They want to feel like they're in the flow of their destiny with the Chariot. They want to feel like their actions are always in alignment, with their highest good, with their soul's purpose. They may not actually say that, but that's kind of the feeling of it. So all along the way, you'll see this too in their stories that they tell you if something happened in a relationship, they did the right thing, they're probably not lying. And they really value love and reciprocity. And, you know, when they give their cup of love, and again, you see this in their sexuality with the King of Pentacles, because it's not someone that's fast, and it's someone that knows their value and knows their worth. So when they give their cup of love, they want to give it to a soulmate always. Like most people don't think like that. They probably do. And so the fact that you're here, I mean, it's really going to blow their mind, I think. Because it's like, this is like they were set up in their birth chart. This will be there somewhere around their Venus and North and South nodes and Pluto aspects. They're set up in life really to, almost you could say their life purpose is relationships. Maybe they have a North node in the 7th house in their chart, look for that. And I'd look for some kind of Earth Mars in the sexuality. When I see the Two of Swords here in the unconscious position, and then the King of Pentacles, this is someone who's genuinely they're going to want a mild bondage type of situation. It could be anything from just holding your hands behind your back to getting out a velvet rope or something like that. And I think they're kind of dominant too sexually. Now remember, this is your person, so I'm not talking about any kind of toxic way. This is someone who doesn't mind taking the lead. And this is also Venus energy too. So this is someone who's not going to be submissive in terms of love. They're going to take responsibility, show up in the relationship, take on this kind of dominant, classically masculine role with the King of Pentacles, divine masculine projective energy. They're not going to be like, gosh, where do you want to go to dinner, honey? They're going to be like, hey, I got a surprise, get dressed, I'm taking you somewhere. And you're going to feel really good about it because that's how they are, huh? But I think they might be a little bit slow. It's hard to say with this because a lot for them with the King of Pentacles there, and the fact that I told you about how they are, about their destiny and wanting to have love, and they want their life in alignment with what they perceive as their whole life is based upon love and relationship, huh? Unlike me. And so with this Pentacles here, they want to make sure that the person is their soulmate, is worthy of them. The King of Pentacles, like, always the King of Pentacles is looking out at everyone and everything like a resource, like, how can they help my kingdom, And so when they see who you are and what you are to them, they could move considerably faster here, Gemini, than they might normally move sexually. And I think sexually, you see this Two of Swords is something you don't know. I just don't know. I can't figure out the Moon. Something hidden in yourself. There's something intellectually that remains hidden to them. You may be able to figure this out as you get to know them. Might be around this need to want bondage. Maybe it's some need for control or something. Not sure, but let me know what you think as you get to know them, guys. Because Gemini, I think this is your person. I think it gives you some idea what they're like. Let me know. Like if it resonates, appreciates, good karma. It's easy. Share, of course, and subscribe. That helps so much. Thank you, guys. Second half of April 2021.